Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be BYUN and Cure here on Site Delta from the Esports World Cup. What's up? Top left side, it's going to be BYUN. Bottom right, going to be Cure. Early game of TVT is super weird. I want to see what compositions each player chooses here, and maybe they're scouting out to see what compositions the other player has. And yeah, I kind of feel like BYUN and Cure are kind of on the same level at this point. Let's see what a Ligulac says. A Ligulac. Will it resolve on my phone? Yes, indeed it does. BYUN, yeah. BYUN's 9. Cure is 10. So yeah, my instincts were correct. Not the top Terran player, but elite in their own right. Right. And yeah, so here we go. No proxies here from either player. We've got gas coming up from both because Marines without upgrades are not good in TVT. This is not a scout, right? This is a proxy. This is going to be a proxy factory, or maybe okay. I guess it's good. It's scout. Fair enough. Scouting for Cure's Cure's barracks. And the barracks is right here, inside the main base. Like it always is, says Cure. Wink. I was watching GSL 2011 the other day on YouTube. Originally cast on GOM TV. And if you're an original StarCraft 2 fan, you know what that means. Anyway, Tastosis was casting. There were Super Dark Max. There were 4-player maps. Holy smokes. And it was so slow because they started with 6 workers instead of 12. I am so used to this 12-worker start that StarCraft 2 from before is just so slow. So, got ourselves a Reaper. Got ourselves a factory coming up here from BYUN. And an expansion. And an expansion. And are we... Wait, hang on a second. What are we doing? What are we doing, Cure? Throwing down a factory. Okay, so his gas was a little bit later than BYUN's. Because this factory is almost done, and Cure's factory is just starting. Fair enough indeed. Reaper, just, yeah. So TVT is pretty much the only matchup where Reapers stay home. And a starport coming up here from BYUN. So yeah, the world is his oyster, man. Oh, a 3rd base here from Cure. That's why the gas was late. All right, let's see if we can get away with it here. Yeah, so again, weird compositional choices in TVT. What options are available in early TVT? Marines, Marauders, Reapers, Hellions, Hellbats, Liberators, Vikings, Cyclones. Like, so many options here. So we will see. Yep, there we go. Cyclone. Oh, a medevac. I did not say medevac. Medevacs. And yeah, so we're pretty much doing the same build here, except for an early 3rd here from Cure. So he's trying to squeeze out an early 3rd base and hope that he can keep up with BYUN in army value, but it's 11-6 now. But the 3rd base is almost done. We're going to land it here? Or here, as is tradition, here on Site Delta. Hummity hum. Let's find out, folks. Let's see what we're getting. See what we're getting here. But Cyclone Marines, nice. We're going to drop with this medevac. I mean, we're going to do some healing, too, obviously. I don't know if Cure's ready for this, folks. He's going really fast interference matrix as well. Holy smokes. That is a really fast disable coming in here from our guy Cure. And, I mean, being able to cast it on a medevac, we'll shut it down and prevent it from loading or unloading, which is awesome, but not ready yet, folks. So Cyclones are in, Marines are in, Hellions pretty good against Marines. They do roast a guy up, a couple SCVs die, and that's going to force BYUN to pick up and get on out of there. So, okay, pretty well held, not too bad. Did see the quick 3rd base there, too. So BYUN's like, oh, do I want a 2-base? Do I want to 2-base murder this guy? Or do I want to get a 3rd base and try to catch up in economy? Okay, another Marine gets barbecued there. Every Zerg player's like, yeah, that's how it feels when my Lings get barbecued, BYUN, by your Hellions. Now you know how I feel and how much it hurts. How much it hurts my soul. So Kura's upgraded the third base to an orbital. He's not landing it anywhere yet. Okay, Marines, Vikings, the siege tanks are here. And more dropping. I like it. BYUN's like, you know what? Drops are good. I'm okay with drops. Let's get on here. And, I mean, Kura's done a pretty good job repelling them thus far. And again, he's making Ravens, and they have interference matrix. So, dude, disabling... Oh, man. Disabling a medevac makes it much easier to snipe. I mean, it can still move is the thing. It's not disabling, because that implies it can't move. I know that's what other casters call it. It is interference matrix. So it interferes with what we're doing. He's like, oh, a third base? Don't mind if I do. Oh, juking into the main, though. Everybody's out there protecting the third, but the main base is pretty wide open, folks. So who needs regular old attacks when you can drop your way into your opponent's main 3 times in the first 6 minutes? Oh, gosh, everybody getting wiped out. That Viking doesn't make it out of there alive. Unloading on the third base, not a bad idea. Brought a siege tank along. Oh, I didn't even mention siege tanks as an option, but they definitely are. Kura's like, oh, I'm trying to get away with a fast third base. With a fast third base, but who knows, dude. Siege tank sieging up from Kura here as well. High ground in it. Interference matrix on that siege tank. Liberator. What I say about Liberator. Getting some hits off here, too. It is so chaotic. Early game TVT, man. It is a lot of fun. Liberator gets wiped out by a Cyclone here from Kura on defense. His third base is basically non-existent. He can use it to make SCVs and do mules and stuff, which is good. And that is going to help his income quite a bit as well here, as we can see. But the Liberators are sieging up on these tanks. This is something we see a lot in, you know, later game, but can be something that happens in the early game here too in TVT. Liberator sniped out again, getting killed by these by these Cyclones, but taking their pound of flesh with them. Do we have enough energy for... Yeah, we have enough energy for interferences here. Maybe get the tanks and then push with your ground army. Yeah, thinking about it. The Ravens keep poking in to see what's going on, provide some of that vision. Siege tanks firing on the second base of Kura is not good. Man, if I was Kura, I'd try to land my third base over here and get some income going over there. It'd be really nice. He gets up 61 to 52 workers. BYUN's expanding behind this. He's not crazy two-base all-inning, but he is maybe thinking about dropping in the main, but the Viking's a big problem. Kura's got a bunch of Okay, now Viking versus Viking battles. Ho! Yeah, Vikings are dying here like crazy. This early game is so fun. This is why I like early game TVT. It can get pretty boring later, but man, this aggression is nuts. Shoo, 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 shoo. Good micro. So a lot of Vikings have died in this game, man. It's a total of 5 Vikings have died from BYUN and 3 for Kura. I think that's the most stuff that has died today. Marines, actually. More Marines have died. That's not too surprising. Right. He's not using his energy on his Ravens for anything. I don't know why he wouldn't disable these tanks and try to push on it. But I guess that's his choice. Low ground siege tank from BYUN. How is that not in vision range? Oh, now it is, I guess. There's your final hit. Okay, well, BYUN got a third base behind all of this. Kura's third base, he's re-landing inside of his main and not turning into a third base at all because BYUN is absolutely camping his butt right now. He is sitting outside being like, yeah, you take that third. I'll drop on it again. I'll force another liftoff here. Some medevacs from Kura would be good. He's got a bunch of Marines that are injured. It'd be nice to heal those guys up. I mean, he's working on combat shield, so he is making some medevacs. All right, I was going to say. He doesn't have any medevacs, but he could make some medevacs if he wanted to. Oh, there's interference matrix on a couple of Vikings. That's weird. He's not even pouncing on it. He's not even taking any advantage on it at all. Huh. That was a weird use of that ability, Kura. I don't like it very much. If you're going to disable something, have it right before a battle happens or in the middle of a battle, right? So you can take advantage of the fact that that's going on. Liberator sneaks over here in the main base. God, Liberator play from BYUN has been so good. But I mean, Kura has Liberators available, so he knows how to use them. And oh, there we go. Interference matrix on 3 of the 6 tanks. Ooh, don't get picked up. You can't pick up interfered with stuff, and Kura crushes that. Nice. Liberator's got the 5 kills. We've been trying to sneak into the natural base here, get some work done. Kura's in hot pursuit. right now. 79 to 47 army supply in favor of Cure. The counterattack may be brutal and maybe the end here from BYUN. He's trying to like slow down the assault with siege tanks all over the place and all sorts of problems, but I don't know. BYUN taking a 4th base down this left side. Maybe that's not what he wants to do here. He's down so much. Cure still has not taken a 3rd, which I think is honestly crazy, but all right, marching on in. Hellbat's in the back. I mean, yeah, they'll roast up those SCVs pretty effectively. Siege tanks, decent number of them. Liberator gets picked off there too. 21 SCVs died on defense in that attack. Wow, income tab. Bam, favoring Cure a little bit at the moment, but he's going to fall back. He's going to regroup with a bunch of his other stuff. He is going bio. So early game had, you know, tanks and Vikings and Liberators and stuff, but we were going a lot of Marines and Medivacs. That's what that combat shield was all about. That's what the 2-2 was all about here. BYUN on the other side. His upgrades are sitting at nothing. BYUN has no upgrades at all. He is not even working on any upgrades. He's got siege tanks, Vikings, Liberators. That's all he needs. He doesn't need them to have upgrades to win this game. And Cure's like, yeah, but I have 1-1, so that means I should win because upgrades are awesome? Question mark. All right, he's going to march on into this 3rd base. Again, Cure's 3rd base is finally landed back home. Medevac, or the minimap shows us that. And yeah, if the tanks aren't supported by much, Marines can kind of walk in here and wipe them out, but supported by back tanks is good. But 25 SCVs just died there at 62 to 38 workers. Are you kidding me, Cure? Cure is murdering the economy of BYUN in 2 major attacks. Okay, then his SCVs are dying on the other side too. Mind you, once again, not able to quite get out of there without losing 5 SCVs, which is terrible. Cure, more Medivacs, joining the party and being like, why are you guys so injured and why are there no Medivacs with you already? Coming up the right side, Cure getting a 4th base of his own, but the 4th base of BYUN exists. Oh, hang on. Small group coming in. How many tanks are there? 2? Can't quite handle that, boys. We're going to fall back. Fall back. Liberator ends up dying. Nope. Survives with 14 kills. Are you kidding me? 16 kill Liberator, folks. Not bad at all. The original barracks of BYUN is getting floated because he's meching, man. He's a meching man. He's going 1-1 upgrades for that mech. This Liberator finally gets wiped out, but had like 18 kills, dude. Come on. One Liberator can't get that much done against you in a TVT. That's embarrassing. All right. So Cure is definitely going all of the Marines. 6 Marines at a time. Firing up 3-3. Now that his 2-2 is done. Income tab is favoring BYUN immensely because, again, he has a 4th base, and Cure does not. Bit of an attack over there. Shut down that SCV building that base. Tragically for him. Infernal Pre-Igniter is on the way here from Cure. Vikings trying to see if there's any drops coming his way. Again, the medevac count makes drops a concern for sure. Marauders being added into. Concussive Shell coming in. I mean, we do like Marauders against siege tanks especially. They do extra damage against them and extra damage against planetaries. So yeah, adding some Marauders into the mix, always a good idea as you get into your TVT. Hellion group swinging on in, but the upgrades I think of the Marines is good enough to handle this? Question mark. Pretty close. Not entirely, though. Ugh. SCV building the 4th base gets sniped, and again, Cure's 4th base is delayed, and the income, BYUN is caught up in the income. 64 to 66 workers. Both players have mules. They're doing all sorts all the time. There's the pickup. Oh, you're going to run into these Vikings. Cure, no. Cure, buddy. Cure, okay, he sees it. Unloads, retreats immediately. At least he saw what he was doing. Like, if you're going to go in there without scanning first, by all means, like, okay, but keep a close eye on your dudes and see what you're walking into. Oh, bananas, bananas, bananas. All right, sensor tower gets wiped out. Refinery killed there, too. More SCVs die from BYUN. BYUN has lost 50 SCVs today. And he has a worker advantage on Cure. This guy's macro is through the roof right now. That's, wow. That's some incredible stuff. So he's finally got his 1-1 upgrades for his mech. The Infernal Pre-Igniter. The Building Armor, too. Vikings trying to pick off individual medevacs and whatnot. I thought for sure Cure had this game in hand. But as it stands, I don't think so. I think BYUN has this game in hand now. He's got more workers. Okay, he doesn't have more workers. He had more workers a second ago. He's got enough siege tanks to really deal with these Marines on a certain level anyway. Hellions to help deal with that too. And there's nothing defending Cure's 4th planetary, so that's not ideal. Got a drop in at the main base of BYUN though. Cure going to town with his +3 stimmed Marines. Planetary will survive as the Marine Marauder comp shows up and wipes this thing out. Very nice. Vikings getting killed too. Armor Valley 110 to 71. This group. Oh, more SCVs dying. Dude, BYUN has lost a hajillion 65 SCVs, and this group is still alive. I mean, sort of, but still. 7 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills, 6 kills. These guys are racking up the kill counts, trying to supply block our dude. Cyclone landing behind the planetary gets wiped out by Marines and Marauders. Makes a lot of sense. And bam, Cure into the 3rd base. GG. BYUN taps out. Cure does get the win. All right. Yeah, the decision of Cure to go into those medevacs was great. That was a really nice decision by him. And then, yeah, just a couple attacks into this base where he killed 25 workers and 25 workers and then dropped the main and killed more workers. And BYUN's on 41 SCVs and still has an income advantage some magical way. I guess he's mining here and here and here. And then, I don't know, Cure's got, I don't know how he has better income. Mule timing, I guess. Resources lost, 22,000 from BYUN, 14,000 for Cure. 83 SCVs died. It is hard to win a game where you lose 83 SCVs, but 19 SCVs die for your enemy, right? That's some tricky stuff for sure. But yeah, end of the day, 114 Marines went down for Cure. 22 tanks died from BYUN. That's a lot of tank. 24 Vikings died too. And how many tanks? Yeah, he lost all of his Vikings. He made 24 Vikings today. Every one of them died, and Cure made like 7 Vikings total. And lost all of them. But how did BYUN just not have air superiority this entire game? I think Marines did a lot better against them than they probably should have. But what a fun little TVT. Early aggression, got those drops out. Those were pretty sweet. The Liberators killed a ton of Cure's workers. Cure was pinned inside his natural base for a long time. But then he got into the Marine Marauder comp, had superior upgrades, got a nice drop-off. Finally, was able to sneak a drop-off into the main base after the first time getting shut down. And Cure gets the win. So that was fun. I mean, that was really, really fun. I mean, come on. What a fantastic showing of how to play TVT there from Cure. He was on the back foot, but he managed to pull it off anyway. And very proud of him. Very, very able to win a game like this. It's not an easy thing to do. So GG. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. And that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.